We are gathered here today to remember Bristol Dirt. Rest in peace, Bristol Dirt. You would have loved Chicago Street Race. Okay, I can't do this anymore. It's September and I'm wearing a hoodie. So that's what the point we've reached. But yes, it is official. Bristol Dirt will be no more. Yes, Bristol, which formerly had two concrete dates, one in the spring, one in the fall/late summer. In 2021, they decided to put dirt on Bristol. In the spring race, that race always struggled with attendance numbers and ticket sales, so they decided, let's spice things up, put dirt on it. Well, that experiment lasted for 3 years, 2021, 2022, 2023. I personally enjoyed the dirt races. I thought they were a fun, something different, really actually added to the NASCAR schedule, something unique. I understand that a lot of people didn't like Bristol Dirt, and you're allowed to have that opinion, and you're allowed to have that thought. And so, yeah, I know there's a lot of tradition, a lot of history behind Bristol, but we still got the night race and all. I will admit it did suck that we did lose a concrete Bristol date because, concrete Bristol is one of the, if not the best tracks on the NASCAR calendar. So losing one of a concrete Bristol date is just tragic, but at the same time, doing it for dirt is something unique. It's not like you're losing it to another track like a Kentucky or a Texas or something. But here's what they said. Bristol, they posted on social media, racing the way it ought to be. We are thrilled to announce Bristol Motor Speedway will host the return of the Food City 500 on the concrete high banks of the world's fastest half mile in the spring of 2024. And then they have a link for the ticket sales. They got themselves a new logo. So yeah, Bristol is officially back on the oval. Well, not on the oval. It's always been an oval. Back on the concrete. And they will be hosting two races, two 500-lap races. They didn't shorten the length of it. They didn't change anything. So two 500-lap races in a season, one in the spring, one in the fall. TBD on the dates yet. We have not got the full NASCAR schedule yet, but I'm sure we'll get that soon. If it were to slot in where it was this year, it would be Easter weekend, which I think Easter this year was like mid-April. And then obviously the cutoff race for the first round, the Bristol Night Race, has shifted to that slot for the last few years. It used to be in mid to late August. And then once they decided, let's make it a playoff race, they decided to make it an elimination race. And it has been in the mid-September slot for about 3-4 years now, however long it has been. But yes, Bristol is getting its two concrete dates back. Well, they are getting the one that they lost back. I have mixed feelings on this, as I said earlier, because, I'm really excited to get another concrete Bristol date back. The next-gen car has not been great at short tracks. I remember last year's race. Last year's race wasn't bad, but it was definitely not as high as your average Bristol race. But we got another opportunity this weekend to see how it goes. They got a different tire. We'll see how that tire wears and stuff. But overall, really excited to get that second Bristol concrete date back because of how good of a track Bristol concrete is and how exciting and always provides action and, thrilling moments, iconic moments, tempers flaring. So it's great to see one of those dates come back. But I'm a little bit sad to lose Bristol Dirt, I will say. I know a lot of people, once again, didn't like Bristol Dirt, and that's fine. You're allowed to not like it. But personally, I thought it was something unique. I thought it was something fun. And honestly, I enjoyed all three races there. That first one, I remember Daniel Suarez, back before Trackhouse became a top contender. This is when they were kind of a mid-pack team. Daniel Suarez, I think, led like 70 laps in that thing. He was great. We saw cars all over the racetrack. We saw some stupid, chaotic stuff, but we saw some fun, chaotic stuff. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. ended up finishing second in that race. And then the 2022 edition, we had that crazy finish with Tyler Reddick and Chase Briscoe when Briscoe just took himself and Reddick out and Kyle Busch ended up stealing the win. And then this year, it was fun. We had the Ryan Preece, Kyle Larson kind of semi-rivalry. We saw a guy who's really known for his dirt expertise, Christopher Bell, picking up the win. So we've had some memorable moments at Bristol Dirt, but it was a short-lived life of Bristol Dirt and NASCAR. So, tragic that we're losing the dirt. Some of you are going to be really excited for losing the dirt. Let me know what your thoughts are, though. Let me know If you're excited to see the Dirt go, if you're excited to see the second concrete date back, if you're sad to see Bristol Dirt go, if you have mixed feelings like me. But I'll be back in a couple hours, maybe. There's a colleague announcement about an hour from the time of this recording. So if it's about the Cup ride, I will indeed make a video on that. If it's not, then I guess I'll see you tomorrow for the race. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video, whether it's today or some other time.